So I saw this comment on my YouTube channel this morning. One of the videos that I'd posted last week started gaining some traction. And so there's a comment there. So I decided to click it and I check out what he has to say, right? So the video that I'm talking about consistency. I'm talking about the fact that you need to be consistent with your habits so that way you can grow. And what's interesting is the topic of the video basically just went by this guy's head, right? He just said, as you grow older, the need for growth is not as important. He says, you get tired. I'm tired of growing. That's essentially what he was saying. And I thought at first, I'm like, is that really what he feels right now? Or is he kind of like trolling me right now? And then I thought, no, this guy's serious. And I'm like, you know what? I want to offer him some help. I want to offer him some new perspective, right? So I say to him, it's all relative to what you want. If you want to grow, it doesn't matter what age you are. In fact, growing is part of life. If you decide to stop growing, that's your choice. It's ultimately up to you. I'm not telling you that you have to grow or not, but it's going to lead to an unfulfilling life. When you're not growing, you're dying. That's just how it goes. That's the way of the universe, right? And you know what he says? You'll understand when you're older. That's what he responded with. You'll understand when you're older. You know how many times I've heard something like that before? You know how many times I've heard that from people in my life, like my family and other people, right? You'll understand when you're older. Bro, I understand right now. I understand. See, it's you that doesn't understand, right? It's these people that don't understand, right? If you're watching this video, you understand. These guys who leave those comments, they don't understand. In fact, the great majority of people out there don't understand. They don't understand that the fact that you want to grow is actually good. It's part of life. If you don't want to grow, what are you doing here? See, this is a very serious topic, right? And you can see why I'm so passionate about it. Because the great majority of people don't care. They don't care to grow. They want to be complacent. They're fine just feeling comfortable, not growing. What a terrible place to be. To just be average, to be normal. Now you got to understand what I'm saying right here. If you're watching this video, you understand what I'm saying. There's a difference between being content with your life and feeling a sense of gratitude versus feeling like there's no purpose to living. There's no purpose to anything because in the end, you're just dust. That's a problem. You see, because these people, their mindset is not only affecting them, but it's affecting people around them. And it's dangerous. It's dangerous because not only are they not allowing themselves to grow, but they're trying to infect other people. It's kind of like weeds in a garden. If you don't take those weeds out, it'll affect the rest. All the good fruit that could have bore from the tree, right? This mindset is like a cancer. It will take over your life. And you need to recognize when this pops up. You need to recognize what's actually happening. It may seem like a harmless comment, right? It's like, you'll understand when you're older. No. You don't understand right now. I don't care how old you are, whether you're 15, whether you're 50, whether you're 100, it doesn't make a difference what your age is. You see, age is just a number. Where's your mentality? You see, I know people who are way older than me, double my age, and their mentality is completely screwed up. I know people who are younger than me, who have a great outlook on life. And I know the opposite. I know people who are older than me who have an amazing mindset, and some people who are younger. Age is irrelevant. You see, because age doesn't necessarily determine your wisdom. It doesn't, right? Of course, people say like with age, comes experience, and hopefully that comes wisdom. But not always, right? Sometimes you see people who they're like 60 years old and they still don't get it. They're still making mistakes. And it's okay to make mistakes, but you need to learn from them. How is it that you're still making the same mistakes that you did when you were 20 years old? You see? Now, when you could learn from them, literally when you're at a young age, now you're growing each and every year and you're stacking on top of those successes. You see? But this comment is not even about, this video is not even about that comment entirely. It's not about him. It's not putting blame on him. It's the overall general consensus of people. The fact that they don't want to grow. They feel that everything is over for them. I don't care what you've gone through. You can make a change. And I don't say that to be non-empathetic. You may have gone through some serious struggles. I've gone through my fair share, right? But you can overcome because it's a choice. It's a choice to have a growth mindset versus a fixed mindset. See, if you just keep fixating on where you're at right now, all the bad things that have happened in your life, and reasons why you can't have what you want, guess what? That's going to be your reality. That's your truth. That's going to dictate where you end up in life. You're basing your future on your past. And you know when you do that, you lose all sense of hope. Because if you're basing your future on the past, you're not going to get anywhere. The past does not equal the future. The past does not equal the future. You choose where you want to go, and that starts with what happens in your mind. What do you think about? If you don't think something is possible, it's not possible. If you believe something to be true, it's true. This is serious stuff, man, because this is not just about whether or not it's actually true in reality. What you condition yourself to believe is absolutely true for you. That's how people can get brainwashed. They could get brainwashed with propaganda. They could convince themselves, and other people can convince them that something is true when it's not. And it's happening to you all the time by other people and by yourself. And the more that you repeat this, the more you're conditioning yourself to believe it. So you got to understand, it's your choice. This growth mindset or a fixed mindset. And I'm not here to tell you what you need to choose. You need to understand, what do you want out of your life? If you've decided to give up, that's on you. But if you're watching this video, you're part of this channel, then you want to grow. And you know a fixed mindset is not going to help get you there. So if you're listening to this right now and you understand, you know what, maybe I do kind of have a fixed mindset and I'm realizing these tendencies within me that are holding me back, you can do something about it. But if you hear this, somebody points it out to you, whether me or somebody else, and they say, you know, I'm noticing that you are kind of like limiting yourself. You know, you're putting yourself down and you're saying that things aren't possible when they are. You could put in the effort and you can achieve the results. And you say like, no, I can't because of X, Y, Z. You give yourself these reasons. Again, that's on you. That's your choice. But if you can open up to the possibility that things can change, that things can be more positive, that they don't need to be determined by your past, and instead look towards a brighter future, you can open up and change the path that you're on. But don't be putting that on people saying like you're not old enough to recognize. I'm old enough to recognize, and so are a lot of people who are younger than me, and they know more than the people who are older. It's not about age. I've said that already. It's not about age at all. It's about what beliefs and the mindset that you have in place, whether or not you believe that you can achieve the results. This is very different than, just being naive. That's what I think a lot of people, old people think, right? People who are older, they think, you're just being naive, you're just young, you'll know when you get older. No. I think that you have forgotten what you once probably believed, that things were possible, but maybe they didn't work out for you, right? And now, you hold other people back because of it. What does that make you feel better? Right? I debated even like recording this video or putting this up because, it's directed to a specific type of person. And I don't know if that person is watching. you know, not the person who commented, but the general type of person, right? Because I think the majority of people who watch these videos already have a growth mindset. They already know what I'm talking about, right? But you know, one thing I recognize is not every video that I'm going to put out is going to be like motivational. It's not always going to be like soft, you know? It's like, hey, go ahead, keep doing that good job that you're doing. Sometimes you need to be hit with the truth. And that's what this is here. Because some people need to wake up. Maybe this video can serve as a reminder to those people. And if you have people in your life, right, like let's say you already have a growth mindset and you're like, yeah, I agree with what you're saying. And there are people in my life that have a fixed mindset. Help them to see it. But don't waste your time trying to persuade them. Because oftentimes you can't change it. They need to see it for themselves, right? You could show them the door. You can open the door, but they got to walk through, right? So, anyways, different kind of video for today, something that was on my mind. I just wanted to share it here with you. Anyways, if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, I encourage you to do so. I think that you'll find a lot of value from it. So give this video a like, you know, all the YouTube algorithm stuff, and I'll see you in the next one.